Choose your fighter.
When I roar, everyone wanna remember my name. Big Smoke.
Who's this? How about who's that? Who's this? How about who's that? Who's this? How about who's that? Who's this? Who's this? How about who's that? Kick back, I got kick back. Big racks, I got big racks. Big bags, I got big bags. Kick back,
Choose your fighter.
When I roar, everyone wanna remember my name. Big Smoke.
who's this? How about who's that? 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 Kick back, I got kick back. Big racks, I got big racks. Big bags, I got big bags. Kick back, this that.
Choose your fighter.
When I roar, everyone wanna remember my name. Big Smoke.
Who's this? How about who's that? 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 Kick back, I got kick back. Big racks, I got big racks. Big bags, I got big bags. Kick back, this that. This that. This that.
Choose your fighter.
When I roar, everyone wanna remember my name. Big Smoke.
Who's this? How about who's that?
Alright, looks like everything's good here. Hey guys, how's it going? Sojan here, back again with another live stream Let's Play, and this is my fifth part for the Sojan Plays Final Fantasy 1 Pixel Remaster. Basically, it's a solo plays. I've been doing this for a while, but then there was a time I took a pretty big... I took a pretty big break from playing this for a while because just stuff kept happening, and even though I have work supremely early in the morning tomorrow, I am here live, and I'm like, yes, I want to freaking play this game more. I want to play all the Final Fantasy Pixel Remasters eventually, especially Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection, which I already did the first part of that. You can check that out in my playlists on my channel. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, hit the bell icon, hit all notifications to be notified when I go live and upload. And if you want to be a closer part of the community, if you want to be part of that community, then you can join the Discord in the link in the description of any of my previous videos and live streams that I've done already, if you're currently watching while I'm live now. But if you're watching this well after it's been fully posted, I'm pretty sure by then I would have already put the link in the description invite for my Discord. So you can check the description here now if you're watching this later and it's not live. But if it's live currently and you're in the live chat, you can check out the other videos. And I tried my best to leave links, invites to my Discord. You must be 18 years of age or older to join, of course, and please be courteous of others and don't spam. So yeah, without further delay, I'm going to go ahead and load up the Final Fantasy 1 here. And like I said, it's a solo plays, so I play a game by myself, and Camy's resting up. So I had to get up earlier, of course, because I have to prepare to be in at work tomorrow, like pretty much around 2 something in the morning. I'm not looking forward to it. But I've been promoted, so with that promotion comes frustrations. Anyway, I won't go into too much detail. Excuse me, I need to take a drink here. I'm going to mute myself because I really need to get ugly with my throat clearing. Okay, so you didn't have to hear that, but Camy unfortunately did hear that in the other room. It's one of those dad like gargles that makes you think I need a doctor, but I'm okay, guys. I'm fine. Anyway, so I've been playing. I've been taking a break from this for a while, but I'm gonna try to be more consistent with this each and every Sunday if I can. I'm just gonna try to aim for noon, which is the best time to be playing this. And let me see. I'm gonna lower the volume on the TV itself because we don't need the volume to be that high on the TV. Congrats on the promotions and Stan, thank you. So yeah, long story short with this, I'm gonna try to be better about these live streams each Sunday, especially if I have to go out to visit some family for like some holiday weekends. I'm gonna try to do a pre-recording through OBS if I can, and then just upload it raw footage like as if I'm going live, but it's just gonna be like recorded footage, if that makes sense, no editing or anything. I might start doing that, especially for Thanksgiving weekend, because that's when my dad wants to see me. So we'll see how my schedule is coming up next couple weeks. If I'm free during that week, I'll try my best to do a pre-recording, just to keep, you know, stuff like this consistent at the very least with just this. I don't think Camy and I will do a pre-recording for Life is Strange. We might not. We'll see. But I don't remember what we were doing. I guess we're just I think because of the fact that we have random encounters back on, because I usually turn it off, I think the goal is to try to like grind more here. I don't remember. I didn't watch my last live stream. It's been a while. Let's see. Hey guys, how are y'all doing today? Congratulations on your promotion. What's up, Retro Laven? I'm doing great. I'm doing awesome. I'm just here playing some games. So, I look forward to playing all these. But the one I look forward to playing the most, and I'm always gonna say it, is definitely the 6th game, because the 6th game is one of those that everyone praises, but everyone's mad at Square Enix for not giving it the same treatment as Final Fantasy VII has with its remakes. So let me know how everything sounds to you guys. If the audio is fine, like my voice compared to the in-game like music. If I have to lower the music or, you know, raise my volume, whatever the case is, just let me know. If it sounds fine, then I'll leave it as it is. Just, yeah, please let me know, like I said. But, yeah, I think this is an area we normally were not able to get to before, but now we can. Because we had, like, a little ravine thing, or like, a little area we couldn't go through that just got blown up. And, we're good. Alright, so we got all the purple wolves here. We need to do something about these. Just burn them. Burn them up. But yeah, I named, for anybody new to the channel, I named each character based off of, like, you know, of course, obviously, main protagonist is me, but then the others, you know, based off of friends in real life and my wife Camy, of course. So I make Camy the white mage, Tim, of course, he's the thief, and then Derpy's the black mage. Yes, basically Vivi. But I do eventually plan on playing all these games on the channel. I do want to do that, but I'm gonna go back and forth between this and the Legacy Collection, because once I'm done with this game, I'm gonna jump back into Mega Man Battle Network 2. I kind of look forward to it. It's not really really like one of my favorite games, if that makes sense, but like it's a game that I appreciate because it's Mega Man, it's Battle Network. I like Battle Network, but my truly favorite one is the third game, and I can't wait to get to that one eventually. And with this, I've never played any of these first 6 games of Final Fantasy. So I literally have all the available Final Fantasy games on the Switch right now, physically. I'm not going to bother with that, I think it was like Final Fantasy 15 game. I have that on the PS4. I'm not playing the Pocket Edition. It's dumb. But yeah, these games can be pretty grindy, so it's like, yeah, I don't mind playing this, but I don't have the attention span to play it on my own, if that makes sense. So that's kind of why I'm live streaming it. We'll just use Fire Up. I kind of miss Battle Network, to be honest. Yeah, I plan to go back to it. Like I said, like I want to go back and forth between these like collections, so just to give the channel variety. But I do plan to go back to Battle Network 2 once I finish this one. But I'm pretty far. I don't know exactly how far I am, but I'm just grinding at the moment. But yeah, Battle Network's just done better. And speaking of like old-fashioned like RPGs as well, I've been playing Live Alive, or Live Alive, however you want to say it, on the Nintendo Switch, and I am thoroughly enjoying it. It is really freaking good. And I've never played the original one, of course, obviously, because it just never came to the US. And it's a phenomenal game. Like, I'm very surprised as to how good it is. And it's so good, in fact, it has full, you know, voice acting cast, which is awesome. And I do plan to play that someday on the channel with Camy, sitting through that. I feel like she'll enjoy that. It's a really good game for like people who just want shorter stories, and I guess everything merges together at the end. You kind of unlock the Middle Ages as like a post-game thing. Like, all right, you beat all these levels. Here's the Middle Ages now, and there's just a lot of stuff in it. I won't say much more. Yeah, I also recently saw that Pro Jared was playing a weird, like, I guess fan community modded version of Final Fantasy 1, where it gives you so much more than the original game ever, like, offered. I guess just way more classes, you had, like, dancers and all that other stuff. It was quite interesting to see that. But, of course, I'm not gonna get, like, that deep into, like, modded, the modded you know, community stuff for stuff like that. I feel like the only like modded RPG I really do want to play on the channel someday is Sailor Moon: Another Story, and specifically not only the English, you know, the English mod, of course, so you can understand the words as you're playing the game, but I also want the mod that allows you to have like, I guess, half the amount of encounters while you have double the EXP earned. So, because the original encounter rate in that game, obviously, OG RPG, really freaking sucks. And I don't really see, unfortunately, I don't see Sailor Moon: Another Story ever really coming to the Nintendo Switch or getting a remake. I've tried reaching out to Limited Run about that, like tagging them and tagging the original like publisher and everything. Nothing ever came of it, because I did that like more than a year ago, probably 2 years ago, and yeah, nothing's ever surfaced about about that, whatever, you know what I mean. I'm tired waking up, but Sailor Moon: Another Story would be a great like first ever type of thing to do on the channel, where it's like, hey, this is an emulated game and it's modded, you know, by the community. Let's check it out. This is really cool. And unfortunately, I feel like that's what's gonna have to happen when I eventually play Mother 3 as well, because I don't see Mother 3 really coming to the Switch either. Like, Nintendo should have done it a long time ago. I don't see them doing it now, if that makes sense. It's just, I don't really see them doing that anytime soon. Let me just use... Okay, yeah, let's just target all of them. But Camy would thoroughly enjoy sitting through Sailor Moon and Another Story. That would be a fun thing to do someday. But I feel like I'm not really gonna tackle that right away until we start getting, like, you know, at least a handful of people who donate on the regular. Be like, okay, y'all want to see us play another, you know, another, I almost said another moon, another story. God, Sailor Moon, Another Moon. Can you imagine? Oh God. Anyway, let's just attack all these guys. And I'm always down for, like, you know, modded type games, especially like eventually, like, I do want to play, like, once I'm done with these collections, like the Pixel Remaster collection and Battle Network, I eventually plan to, like, dive into old, like, OG Game Boy games, which would be fun, like Game Boy Color games. And I know Dan's gonna say boo because he doesn't really like old, you know, Pokemon games, but I'd probably go with Gen 2. Excuse me, my throat is bothering me. Hold on. I know I'm not sick, but my God, it's just my throat is extra dry this morning. Anyway, excuse me. Wow, that was bad. Give me a sec. Hold on. Okay, I apologize for all that. Excuse me. My throat just would not give up. So I just leveled up. Awesome. What level are we at? 15. Okay. I want to keep going at least until I'm like level 20. Level 20, if that makes sense. I'm only going to really live stream here for about like an hour or so. And then from time to time, like throughout the week, I'm just going to pick this up and keep leveling up until I get to 20. But I wanted to at least live stream and show you some content and be like, hey, I'm still doing this stronger than ever. And, what am I doing? Okay, I need to attack with her. And just use Derpy to freaking burn everything. It just popped in, says J-Rock, says, what's up, man? Oh, so he got the upgrade crats, dude. Yeah. Thank you. So... What was I saying? Yeah, so, like, eventually when I finish, like, the Pixel Remasters, you know, the collection, Mega Man, Battle Network Legacy Collection as well, I may give, like, big collections like that a break for a little bit and just play individual games like Ape Escape, like the original Ape Escape, because I do have that on PS1, or, yeah, I have that, it's literally available on PS1 or PSP, and honestly, I would rather just, play the PS1 version. And on top of that, you know, down the road, I'll eventually play, like, you know, some old Pokemon games, like maybe Pokemon Silver, and even some modded games too, like Pokemon Liquid Crystal. Who knows? It really depends. Because I also have, like, the Mega Man 0 and ZX collection, which can be brutal because I'm not good with platforming games. So maybe that could be a thing eventually, and I just end up doing that and pull whatever hair is left of my scalp out, or just probably eventually dive back into Shovel Knight in the casual live streams I've been doing, or even Cuphead, which Dan helped me get further in Cuphead off camera. So who knows? Because the casual live streams I'm not really like focused on finishing those games on the channel. I pick them up and play them when I want to. But out of all the Metroidvania games I have, I think a live stream, like a solo live stream series, I would want to do for sure is Gato Roboto. Like, it's shorter than most of them, and it's very simple. It's a goofy story. Like Gato Roboto would definitely be one of the ones that I really want to do as a solo series someday, where I'm like, I don't know what else to play. I want to play a Metroidvania. Gato Roboto. What better way to play a Metroidvania than play as a cat that basically jumps into a robot suit and explores an alien type of planet or whatever. It's also the most unrealistic cat game ever because no cat is ever that cooperative. Anyway, have you played Cuphead again since we played? No, I have not. Excuse me. I really haven't. Like, I don't play that game that often because it's very frustrating. And I feel like every time I do want to play it, I would rather live stream it, if that makes sense. But it's not going to happen today, though. I have to go to bed very early tonight. Probably no later than like 7 o'clock. So, it being 12:20 something right now, I'm probably going to only live stream this for another 30 something minutes. I'm only going to have like 6 hours left of my day. Can you imagine having 6 days within a day? Oh god, you would age fast. Anyway, let me save the game real quick. Yeah, I'm only really going to have like maybe 6 to 7 hours left of my day. And then I have to go to bed. So, I kind of want to make most of my day. Go pick up the laundry. Do some minor grocery shopping. And, you know, do some adulting crap that I just want to get over with. Yeah, it's just hilarious. I always made fun of. I always like joked around about Derpy. Derpy, my friend. He every time we would play like Minecraft together and did like previous live streams of that, he would. I don't think I've ever live streamed with him playing Minecraft, but either way, every time we would play Minecraft, he would always like get a flint and steel. It's like, ooh, I could burn stuff, and he was always talking about burning stuff. So I think that's why it's kind of funny that he's the mage burning everything in this game. So it's just an inside joke. Excuse me. I burped there. But who knows? Someday in the future, once I'm done with these collections, I'll probably give people a choice to vote, like, for the next, like, Sojan plays. But I want to dedicate myself to finishing all 6 games in this collection and all of the 6 main titles of Battle Network as well. Once I do that, then I'll give the Discord a chance to vote and be like, hey, I want to play these games. Pick which one I play, you know? I don't know if he answered, but I'm... What? Wagering? Wagering, okay. I don't... It's just that little heart thing is in the way in the live chat, and it's really annoying. I can barely read that. Excuse me. I did answer earlier. I just said yeah, no. I said yeah. I'm not. I haven't played Cuphead since he came over. I can't bring myself to play that on my own at the moment. It's one of those games like it's more fun live streaming it, if that makes sense. It was a gift from Derpy, so I don't know. As of right now, I'm trying to focus on other games that I have backlogged that I still have to beat. I still gotta beat Bayonetta Origins, Cereza and the Demon, or the Cheshire Cat, whatever. But yeah, just put that in a long title with what I said, whatever, in between. But yeah, no, that Cereza and the Lost Demon, Bayonetta Origins game, I still gotta play that to completion. And it's a good game, it's just I haven't had the attention span to finish it, if that makes sense. I'm trying to remember like a more recent game. Let me pop this image up. I'm gonna try to look on my main menu here. Tell you guys which recent game I actually beat on my own. No live streams or anything. Let me see. What's a more recent game that I actually beat? I can't really think of anything because I don't really think I've beaten... Oh, okay, it was Eastward. Okay. Excuse me. Yeah, Eastward... Eastward is a game that I recently beat on the Switch a while back, and I hyper-focused on that. I said, forget about my backlogged games. I was focusing on Eastward. It's a good game. The ending is kind of dry. I will say that right now. The expectations the game gives you at the beginning and the middle and even somewhat in the post games, your expectations kind of go down. It kind of sucks because I wish it was more impactful with the ending, but like it wasn't bad. Like, it wasn't terrible. It was a good game. Overall good. Like, without saying much about Eastward, I have to give that game, like, a solid, probably 7 out of 10. It's a good game. I'd say it's worth it. But, who knows? I need to do more Sojan talks, and I think what would be cool is to actually do, like, mini game reviews on the channel eventually, but I just haven't had any time for editing at all. I have a decent amount of backlogged unboxing videos that I still gotta get up on the channel, and I'm kind of frustrated about that. Top of that, I want to say I had a big video planned for the channel, which was going to be like a two-parter for a Nintendo Switch tier list collection video where I show all 70-something games that I have. And at that time, of course, because since then I've changed up some of the games, but like I've had to upload them as private videos or unlisted videos on my channel and delete them off my phone, because no matter what wire I would get, like USB-C wires, I would buy brand new ones, and they just would not work on the computer at all. Like, it would just randomly disconnect the phone, and I would check the drivers and everything, and it's like, oh, drivers are good, and I'm like, I don't know what else I'm doing wrong. So I had to physically upload those videos to the YouTube channel, and since then, I haven't bothered downloading them from my YouTube channel to the computer to edit them, because I just don't have time. And I'm thinking about altogether just scrapping the idea, or possibly paying someone I know to freaking do it for me, because he ain't got the freaking attention span for it. But I feel like if money was involved, he'd freaking do it. But I don't know. We'll see. I'm not gonna say who it is. He knows who he is. He's watching right now. Anyway. It's just, I don't have time to edit anymore, especially with the fact that, like, I gotta be in... Now that I'm basically a supervisor in training, like, I gotta freaking be available at all times now. It's gonna be harder. It's gonna be harder for the channel, but I'm gonna try to make it work. Excuse me. Like, even if I end up working like 6-day weeks, and I gotta double up on the live streams on my only day off, I'll freaking do it. I'll do it for the channel. I'll do it for you guys. Only because I want to. Not because I feel obligated to. It'd be more of a thing like, I'm doing this because I love doing it. I want to play games. I want to make time to play games. I always hear that thing like where people say like, oh, I never have time to play games anymore. And I'm like, yeah, neither do I. But yet here I am with a YouTube channel. It's not a matter of like, oh, I not having time to play games. I make time to play them. Like right now, I could very well be doing adult crap and doing other stuff that needs to be done. But like, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna postpone it a little bit and just get that stuff done later. It'll shorten my day by an hour, but you know what? It's worth it. I want to play these games. It's fun to do. It's relaxing, and it de-stresses me, which is why I don't play Cuphead all the time, because that is not a de-stressor. And I apologize, my stomach is growling right now because I need to eat food, but that's okay. I just don't want to eat without Camy. But yeah, like if I had a regular editor for this channel, like I'd be dishing out. I would be dishing out way more content than I'm currently doing right now. It's just me and Camy. That's it. And Camy only really joins live streams like for, you know, the one series thing we do together on Saturdays, which of course currently right now we're doing Life is Strange True Colors. Excuse me. And other than that, like, everything else that's done on the channel, it's all me. And so, if you don't see as much content as usual, y'all know the reason why. It's because I'm going through the stuff with work, so. Feel that my WIP folder grows, says J-Rock, says, yeah. Exactly. Yeah, there was a time I even had, like, and this was years ago. It's not really Daniel's fault at all. I don't blame him at all for this. He didn't know, but long time ago, I had an external drive, and it was kind of partially my fault too for not having this stuff backed up. Which I'm gonna say this right now: if you got everything on one hard drive, like all your videos, all your games and stuff, you need to have an extra drive, at least one or two more, similar size if not bigger, and make backups of that stuff. You need at least another drive with a full copy backup of your stuff, because drives tend to fail, and when it happens, it happens, and when it rains, it rains. Because there was a time I had that drive, and it was the only drive I had. And like I said, this was years ago. Probably, man, I can't remember. Probably back in like 2019, early days of this YouTube channel. That's all I can say right now. But that drive had like so many videos I had backlogged to edit and upload on the channel, and so I plugged it into a like USB dongle that Dan brought with me, so I can try to plug it into his computer, and it fried the drive. We didn't know that. Again, I'm not faulting him at all for this. Like, I mean, he went out of his way to still buy me like a drive replacement, which was very nice of him. But at the end of the day, like, it's one of those things that that will happen, and I lost a lot of stuff in there. So it's just one of those things, like, yeah, if any of you who are watching that don't do this, you have everything on one drive, you need backup drives. You need to back up your stuff. It's hugely important. Dan says, oh yeah, I remember that. You did the Sonic Mania stream that day after the drive failing. Yeah, I remember. It was just an announcement video that is no longer on the channel for public viewing, but it's unlisted. But, yeah, I've since learned from that. Because of that, I literally have everything in 3 different drives. Of course, everything on the main computer now that I got from Spanish John. Literally everything backed up in an external SSD that Dan got me to replace my hard drive with. And of course everything else is backed up on my laptop. So I have 3 different sources of everything pretty much mostly backed up. So, which is good, because if anything freaking happens, the laptop just dies, you know what I mean? I still got 2 sources of backups. You know, anything happens, we're good. You know what I mean? And I try my best to, like, back up edited videos as much as I can, but as of lately, it's been very hard to do so. Just because of the fact that, like, the new computer I have just doesn't like any USB-C wire I use in it for some reason. Like I said, I've used brand new wires. I've checked the drivers, and I don't know what's going on. I have to look into it further. I haven't looked into it in a while, and maybe see if it's something Samsung related. I don't really know. Could be also the fact that I need to just buy, or not buy, but download a Samsung specific, like, file transfer program or something. I don't know. I have to mess with it. It's something that I just don't want to do right now. It's computer stuff. What I really need to do is just use this really nice little GoPro camera that Camy convinced me to get years ago, that I since stopped using. And I've been lazy, and I've just been using my phone to record everything. And I think I should just use the GoPro, because it has a micro SD card in there, and I could just take that out and use an adapter, plug that directly into the computer, and the computer has no problem reading that. And I can just transfer everything over that way. And it also has a slot on it, so you can actually plug it directly into the computer if you really want to. But yeah, I had like many plans for the channel in the past. Like I really wanted to have like Game Boy Advances, and like I had modded Game Boy Advances in the past, but now they're so expensive, it's ridiculous, and I had to sell them for money reasons. And it's like I had the idea of like of actually playing Zelda Four Swords Adventures on the GameCube. Excuse me, on the GameCube on the channel. And Spanish John gave me like some sort of webcam that I could have used to show mine and Camy's hands playing the Game Boys and all that, to kind of show the screen changes. Like, that was an idea in the past, but like, man, like, I had to sell the Game Boys, and I no longer have them. Those are the only key components that I'm missing right now. They're very expensive to get into again nowadays, because the hype is there. But eventually, if I do, you know, get Game Boys down the road again, I'll probably just get 2 of them because they're just so expensive. Just to ensure that Camy and I can eventually do something like that. That would be really cool. And speaking of Four Swords Adventures, I really, really want Four Swords Adventures to get a full ground-up remake for the Switch. It's probably never going to happen. But at the very least, like, I would really just like to see something like it made again for nowadays, and be like, hey, all you need is your own Switch, you know, and your own version of this game, and you can play with each other. Like, that would be really freaking cool. Have the host Nintendo Switch docked, and so you can basically capture that, and then your other friends, literally anywhere in the world, just connect with you online and take control of the different links. That would be freaking cool. But will Nintendo ever do it? I don't think so, because like, those type of games didn't really sell that well back then. And I don't know if it would sell well nowadays. Maybe better than the previous games, but yeah, we'll see. Because Nintendo ever really released the GameCube one, the Game Boy Advance one with Four Swords, and then they had like this weird one for the 3DS. I think it was called Triforce Heroes. Ugh, couldn't word there. Yeah, I know this live stream's gonna be boring. It's literally just gonna be me grinding here, so. Because Derpy, who knows all about this game, which I don't know anything about this game from up to the point where I am right now. He suggested grinding at this point, so they need drop in and out MP like Wonder, and it could work. Yeah, I agree. Like the fact that Tales of Vesperia, you're able to locally have anybody jump in at any time on your save file, and they can take control. I think it's Tales of Vesperia. Correct me if I'm wrong, but anybody at any time could just hook up a controller to your Switch, and they could jump in and take control of one of the characters, which is really cool. I personally think that would have been a really dope feature for online. I don't know if Tales of Vesperia has that feature for online, but very, very much a missed opportunity for Crystal Chronicles. That could have been like a game changer for the Switch, for the Crystal Chronicles game. But no, freaking Square Enix is like, here's a shitty version of Crystal Chronicles. It's like, why you gotta do this, Square? Why? Who hurt you? Oh, we leveled up, nice. But yeah, it's frustrating. It really is. But it would be really cool to see like stuff like that. Like we just need RPG games, like where I can host a game and have some guy in China just jump in and be Tim. Can I please have that happen? Or have Tim himself, you know, jump in online and pop in, or basically play the first Pixel Remaster game, and he can control his own character. Like, oh, it's possible. It's possible. But will Square Enix do it? Probably not. kind of sucks. I could very well see this being like a thing in the future for future games, but it just sucks because like they can do it now, but they don't want to, or they're not thinking about it because they have the wrong people in the freaking office, and they're like, hey, do this instead. It's like, oh, good idea. Why didn't it sell? Fire the guy. Nope, they won't fire the guy because nepotism. I'm kidding. I said it. I know what I said. But, I don't know if there's really any other, like, if there's actually, like, RPG games like this that you can play with people where they jump in and take control of one of the characters, like, online-wise. I can't really think of anything. Like I said, locally, you do Tales of Vesperia. That's the thing you can do. But I think it's local only, which kind of sucks. And what's interesting too is Tales of Vesperia actually has like really broken. I'm talking severely broken. Free to download DLC. I'm not even kidding. If you know what you're doing with that DLC, you can literally start off with 50 plus levels at the beginning of the game. It's ridiculous. What if Square fired Nomura? Oh God, no. I mean, I'm not saying I don't like Nomura. Nomura is Nomura, but it's just like there's some stuff he does that would like that I wouldn't be surprised if he got fired over, if that makes sense. I would not say he should get fired, not at all. But I'm saying if he got fired, I'd be like, I'm surprised it wasn't sooner for some of the stuff he does. But I don't know. But some of the stuff he does is just like breadwinning. Like Kingdom Hearts just freaking worked. And it just in a weird way. In Final Fantasy VII Remake, even with all the differences he's done to the remake, people are still liking it. People are complaining, but they're still playing the games. They're still buying them. It's just... people will complain all they want, but the sales tell Square otherwise. It's just like, oh, we don't like this game. We don't like this game. Meanwhile, the sales are telling Square, y'all like the game. It's kind of like the whole Chibi Robo crap, which unfortunately I don't think we're ever gonna see the original GameCube Chibi Robo ever come back. Just because of the fact that Nintendo's like, here's a shitty 3DS version of Chibi Robo and other shitty spin-offs, and oh, they didn't sell well? Alright, I guess they don't want Chibi Robo. But that's the problem though. If people did buy those shitty versions of Chibi Robo, then Nintendo's like, oh, okay, they want more Chibi Robo. Let's give them more of this shitty version because they like it. Meanwhile, everyone's like, no, Nintendo, we just want the GameCube one. Please, just give us that one. We don't want this. We don't want this freaking randomized crap where it's like I bounce between levels on the 3DS and all that crap. But yeah, I digress. I'm not gonna get too much into Chibi Robo at the moment, but. There's just a lot of things they could be doing, but we'll see. I mean, I have hopes for the next gen Nintendo console. I'll say that at least. I do have hopes for it. I really want to make a podcast just discussing nothing but Nintendo related stuff, where we just talk about like the next gen console, what we want to see. What the internet is saying, you know, especially like what people are guessing, what leaks are out there, what leaks seem credible and what leaks don't seem credible. Just overall, just dude bros talking about the next gen console and whatever we want to see and whatever we want to change and what we think Nintendo will end up doing. And I think that would be a really cool thing. I personally would love to do something like that, possibly, you know, like with Spanish John, and maybe even Captain Derpy, and Dan too, if he wants to join in on that. But there would have to be a method to the chaos. The more people you have on a podcast, the more difficult it is, because then you have to like give each person their turn to talk. And there will always be the one person, I'm not going to say who it might be, I don't know, it could be even me, but there may be one person who will just talk over everybody else. So I think with my podcast, I'm probably going to just stick with like 2 to 3 people at a time. Not too much. I know 3 is a crowd, but with reasonable accommodation, I can be like, hey, let's set down some ground rules right now. Let's try to stick with topics. Let's try to give each other chances to talk about different things. You know what I mean? And so on. But it's an idea. I would love to do a podcast again. I know I'd said before my very first podcast I did with Rowan, which is a really good podcast. It's just not a lot of people watched it. Definitely check out my playlist section on my channel, and you'll find Sojan's podcast. It's literally the only one in there. It was a good podcast, and I feel like one-on-one talking is good, and but if you have like a third person, it's not so bad as long as there's, as long as there is like a ground rule set. Like, hey, let's try not to talk over each other. You know what I mean? Let's give each other chances to talk. Let's see. It could work. Dan says, what if Square fired Nomura? Okay, I already read that. There are some Nintendo patent leaked recently, and it was clamshell design like the DS. Yeah, I did see that as well. I do want to do a podcast about that. Maybe not this weekend, because I got to get up supremely early this coming Monday, basically tomorrow. But I'll talk to Spanish John about this later. We don't have to talk about it here in the live chat, but we just talk about later about potentially doing a podcast, because I want to do a podcast, next weekend if possible. Like, maybe possibly like early Saturday, or maybe like midday Sunday. We'll see. We'll figure it out. We got this. Alright, I'm running out of mana. And Camy's just posting cat memes online. But yeah, speaking of the DS and 3DS, like, I know it might not be easy with the current console, but I'm not going to go too deep into this conversation. I'm probably going to mention more of this on the podcast, but the whole clamshell design that Dan is talking about for the possible next-gen console may give me some hopes. Some actual hope. And this is, again, keyword hope, that we might actually get, at the very minimum, like probably some actual 3DS remakes, or like an actual like 3DS like Switch Online thing, where it's just a retro console thing and you can see them on the 2 different screens, or see them right on top of each other, or just optimize it for a single screen TV that most people, of course everyone has. And I think that would be kind of cool. Or a 3DS player, but I doubt they would go physical with that. Because let's be real, we're in the 2020s right now, basically 2023. I highly doubt they'd go the physical media aspect, but it would be kind of cool to kind of see a 3DS player where you could legit just pop in a 3DS game. Like, that would be dope. And be able to actually like just play any of physical 3DS games that probably still a good chunk of collectors still have nowadays, And I know Dan has a pretty decent amount of DS games in his collection as well. But, I don't know. We're reaching an age right now where it's getting to a point where things are going digital only. Obviously, they're transitioning, with the fact that the new PS5 has like a removable disk drive, that apparently if you remove the disk drive, or if you simply format the memory, not a full factory reset, because it'll definitely do that too, but if you do a simple like formatting of the memory on a PS5, the PS5 Slim that has a removable disk, it will make it so that you have to repair it, if that makes sense, like pairing up the disk drive again via the internet with the PS5, which right now is not a big deal because everyone has, like, you know, the internet and all that. But you got to think about, like, you know, 10, 20 plus years down the road, maybe even 30 years. You know, eventually those servers are going to go down, and it's going to be at the point where people are just going to have to hack their PlayStation 5s to be able to play those old games again. So who knows? It's just people have their own different, like, opinions on that. Me, it's just like kind of I'm 50-50 on it. Like, if the PS5 Slim is the only thing available, I'll get it because it's got that bundle with the Spider-Man 2 digitally, and you're essentially getting the game for free as of right now, which is a really good freaking bundle. Or if all they got is the original PS5 for cheaper, then I'll be like, yeah, I don't care. Let's get the PS5. That's just stuff. So yeah, about the Slim. J-Rock says. Oh yeah, I forgot. He just got the Slim, so he has thoughts about it. That's gonna be fixed so quickly by mods. Yeah, I was also gonna mention that too. I completely forgot to mention that because I don't remember which console it was. I think it was the PS4, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong, J-Roxas. But it had a CMOS battery problem, where I think something would affect it permanently. But then there's like a mod that the modding community did to prevent that CMOS issue. With the disk drive issue, I'm saying, yeah, like the modded community will find a way to get around this. I know that for sure. The problem is, when you got Loco Joe Smo who doesn't know anything about modding, they're going to end up with like a PlayStation they can't really use. But by then, I'm pretty sure it'll be easier to mod than it would be nowadays anyway, so who knows. Oh, it was the PS3, it wasn't the PS4. CMOS, but likely PS4 too, yeah. But, again, that's something that could be fixed with the modding community. But the issue is like you're risking a lot, you know, different things with modding your old consoles. Like, I'd say don't go for it if it's your only console. Like, right now, PS4 is the newest PlayStation console that Camy and I have. But when we eventually get a PS5, like, I wouldn't mind looking into modding them eventually, starting with the PS3, just to make sure it doesn't have that CMOS problem in the future. And I forgot what the issue was. I think it was, like, something in the lines of losing all your games. I don't remember. It was a problem back then. Maybe you can remind me. Maybe you can remind me, J-Rox. Sorry, my throat is kind of acting up here a little bit. I'm going to be ending the live stream in about 4 minutes anyway, so we'll keep grinding here a bit and talk a little bit more. PS5 has been hacked. Okay. And PS4 too. Alright. So, I guess that's a good sign then. Alright, let's go ahead and heal up. Yeah, I don't mind doing like stuff like this where I just end up grinding and, you know, just talking about stuff. I kind of like doing live streams like this. I just turn off my brain. Just, yeah. Doing this and just talking while grinding. Alright, so we'll grind a little bit more. Still got a little bit, about like 3 minutes left or so. I'm timing myself, of course, because, like I said, I want to end around 1 o'clock. Probably get something to eat with Camy, and then, you know, pick up the laundry, do some adulting crap like groceries and all. But yeah, either way, like I said, when I'm eventually ready to get a PS5, if that bundle that comes with a digital copy of Spider-Man 2 with the PS2 or with the PS5 Slim is still available for the price it is at now, I'm gonna get it because, like, honestly, it literally comes with a digital copy of the game for free, and that's Spider-Man 2. It's the newest game. Let's see. J-Roxa says, yeah, Slim basically. Let me do this real quick. Slim basically. For 6, anyone in third world countries or situations, but if you're getting a PS5, you likely have the internet with the modding community, and future is fine for collectors. Yeah, I feel like modding it, once you mod it and make it so that it never really does that anymore, you should be fine. But I know a lot of people online are probably going to argue and be like, well, you shouldn't have to mod it. And I'm like, I understand where you're coming from. It's like, unfortunately, we are going into a future where PlayStation 5 is very much doing a lot of what computers are doing nowadays. And you can even mod it and literally make it into put an operating system on it. Like, it's a computer. It's just a powerful beast of computer. And, yeah, it's inevitable. Like I said, eventually, I'm gonna call it right now. Next gen Xbox is going to be all digital. I'm calling it right now. It's gonna be all digital. They're going to more than likely release it with a lot more memory, and they're probably gonna be like just basically giving people reasons to go to it and be like, hey, GameFly, hey, you know, this service, whatever. And yeah, I feel like PlayStation 6, whenever that comes out, probably will be only digital only as well. Who knows? And even Nintendo's next gen console probably will go the route of having a digital only version plus a version that has, you know, a cartridge slot. I can see that now. I could very well see that. Alright, this is gonna be the last battle I do here. JRS says, oh yeah, it's crappy, but I still blame Xbox first. They wanted to go all digital last generation with their Game Pass. Our physical collecting games are numbered. Sony just catching up to the times. Yep. Like I said, I can guarantee you right now, the next big generation of consoles, like Xbox's next big beast of a console, PlayStation 6, and definitely, more than likely, will be going the all-digital route. Nintendo, I don't see them going all-digital right away. I don't think they will. Not anytime soon. But, like I said, I feel like their next generation is going to be a hybrid of between, where it's like, hey, here's a digital-only console for $50 cheaper, or for $50 more, you get the one that has a cartridge slot. So, and there's going to be a lot of people who are probably going to end up buying the digital one because they're like, hey, it's $50 cheaper, and with that extra $50, they could just buy more storage. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I'm going to end it right there. Thank you guys so much for watching, and JRoxis for entertaining me in the chat, including Do Melody, Daniel, basically, and Retro Levon, who messaged me earlier as well. And those of you who've been watching silently, you guys are awesome. If you made it this far in the video, go ahead and give it a like, please. Subscribe, hit the bell icon, hit all notifications. Please wait for the video to fully post. Once the video is posted and no longer live chat doesn't count, please go ahead and leave me a sword emoji in the comments. Sword emoji lets me know you made it this far. I'll heart your comment. And like I said, if you want to, like I said originally earlier in this live stream, if you want to join my Discord channel, a small community where we share memes and have fun and everything, and I regularly share when I go live and upload, and even have the Discord vote from time to time which games we play on the channel. Whatchamacallit, definitely visit the link in the description of this video. Once it's fully posted, I will leave a link invite right away. Right now it's not there while I'm live, but once it's fully posted, I will get on top of that ASAP. If it's not there for some reason, just go ahead and visit one of my newest videos or live streams if you're watching this years ago, or any of my previous videos. You can see the invites. So for my Discord, I will be leaving up to 5 invites per invite code, so 5 people can join that one invite code. If for some reason it doesn't work, comment below and say, hey, it's not working. I'll give you a personal one-time invite code. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Once again, thanks JRoxis for the awesome conversations. You guys stay safe and be excellent to each other. I need to get food and